So coasters, I'm on the Cook Canyon here again with Craig Jones and his daughter Amy, just giving us a look around. Craig, what do we got down there?
It's the fish hole down here.
Oh, is that where it is? Actually, it's huge.
Oh yeah, it goes right through, quite a long way up.
So Craig, how many tonne would you get in one of those?
Coast up roughly about 35 tonne.
Wow. What about the winches?
Yeah, when they're full of wire, there's normally about 2,000 metres of wire per side.
And they're hydraulic driven?
Hydraulic driven, yeah. Off that main Caterpillar down the engine room we just looked at with the hydraulics, that drives those two winches there.
I should be working, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yep.
what's the structure up the top there, the big net? Is that where your nets are fed out from?
Yeah, we sort of keep our spear net on that roller there so we can shoot our net off there. Mate,
So, Craig, where's the main net?
this one here right beside it's
Oh, yeah.
main net roller there.
And that goes down through the
Through the truck box.
out the back there.
There's a tailgate there, the gate goes down right at the stern there on the top of the ramp.
Yep.
So the net comes up and down through there.
Is it like it's very quiet at the moment because obviously it's not working? But
Yeah.
do they have I guess constantly noisy because those big diesel engines are, they're not that quiet, are they?
No, it's not too bad on deck. Because we've got engine room aft and everything's low down, you do get noise, but it's not really bad. Like some boats can be quite noisy, but we're generally pretty good. Yep.
So you got 3 or 4 young fellas over there. Do they work on the boat?
Yep.
I'll keep away
Yeah,
from
they'll
them.
be
But
working on the boat.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And so the winches pull they pull the net in, don't they? Is that what they do?
Yeah, they do. Well, the winches go through the trawl blocks onto the trawl doors.
Yep.
Which are down the side down here, which that red thing.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Trawl door, which they spread the net, and then the net's behind that. So they keep the net open.
And so when the fish come in, they come into here.
Yeah.
And then are they separated, or is it a manual process, or is it?
We sort on the belt on the conveyor before they go down and shoot to the fish hold.
Gotcha.
And we sort out the cut species on deck here, and separate them with all the stuff that goes in green. The fish that goes down green goes downstairs, and they sort it and case it into separate cases and stack into separate stacks down there.
And this
ice
is the type of thing that a young fella who becomes a deckhand would get to learn.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. Now, Amy, you've been on the boat here before,
Yep, been on here quite a few times.
many times.
Yep. Haven't been to sea for a while. The first time I went I was 11, so that was exciting.
It'd be quite neat, isn't it? It's much bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it
I
is.
just-
27 metres, so yeah, it is. And especially on a high tide like today, you can see it out of the water. So yeah, it is big. It will fit on the new slip, which is exciting.
Oh, Craig's been, he's just showing me down to the boys' room, which is where the diesel engines are. Man alive. That was actually, I've got to say, it's quite exciting. So where do the guys sleep?
Oh, yeah, come and have a look in here if you like.
That'd be great. Yeah, it's not just a woman in the kitchen on a fishing boat, is it? He's doing a good job.
No, it's certainly not. Never see him in the kitchen.
Don't be like that. Hey, are the cooking conditions good? Do you all share it, or how does it work?
The boys normally share. I don't do much cooking, but the boys normally share.
Yeah.
When they're out there. And yeah, take turn about.
So do you get the odd exceptionally good meal?
Occasionally, they're not bad cooks actually, to be honest.
Are they really?
They're pretty good cooks. They'd surprise you probably.
Yeah.
They can come up with some crackers when they want to.
So how many years have
How many what?
how many years have you been on the in the fishing industry?
Oh, geez, I've been here 45 years, I suppose.
Have you really?
Yeah, I had my own boat for 20. Then run boats. When that went, I run boats since then.
And fished out of the coast?
Yeah, West Coast.
This is, I mean, it looks quite luxurious.
It is. It's
Don't you
really
reckon?
comfortable.
Yeah.
We should have made you a meal to go on.
Real stinge.
Yeah.
Sit around doing nothing.
Oh, I don't think they do nothing. And it looks like you've got the odd young fella that floats around in the boat here as well.
Oh, I like
Hey.
to float around in the corner, mate.
Yeah, you're look a little bit like not Tom Cruise, that other fella.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to think of who else.
That'd
I
be-
can't think of anyone else, actually, to be honest.
Now, how long have you been fishing?
I've actually been fishing since I was probably 1920.
Yeah.
I've been all over the world fishing. Been to South Georgia, took me to Chile, Argentina. Been to close to the Ross Sea. I'm actually going to Vietnam to pick up a boat in a couple of weeks, actually.
Jeez,
So-
it's a real adventure.
Yeah, well, so Australia and New Zealand Longline have they're buying a new two-fish boat called the Antarctic Aurora,
Right.
and they've asked me to go and do a delivery trip over there. So we were supposed to sail on the 11th of August, but I jumped on here for a fill-in trip because there's a COVID outbreak over there in Vietnam, so it's all up in the air.
Yeah.
And they just emailed me back 3 days ago saying, yeah, you're still keen to go, and I'm going. So
Wow.
we fly out to Sydney domestically, and then we get a corporate jet from Sydney to Vietnam.
No.
Yeah, the
You
company.
don't, do you really?
Well, because there's no other way to get into the country, so the company has to pay for the jet to get there.
Yeah.
And then we self-quarantine over in Vietnam for 14 days on a daily rate,
Yeah.
which is quite cool. And then after that, we take the boat to Singapore and put it up on a dry dock, a slipway, get some work done over there, and then after that, we steam to Hobart, Tasmania, where it's going to be based fishing out of.
So how did you get started in the fishing industry? If you're a young fella, or if you're a
Well-
wee bit younger than you,
Well, I was born in Blenheim, but then I moved to Nelson, and you know Nelson is one of the largest fish. It's got one of the largest ports in Nelson, well, the biggest numbers due to tallies and sealords with their numbers and their freezer boats.
Yep.
I started off unloading when I left school. I left school with no qualifications, and about 16, but then I went down to an unloading firm just to unload the fishing boats, and after that I was thinking, I've been unloading these boats for about a year now, why don't I start filling them up instead? I just asked the skipper, hey, would you be keen to take me out on a tucker trip, or something? I'll just do a free trip for food.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, yeah, sure thing. I actually ended up getting paid because I was that good, and since then I've just just word of mouth, really. Great community, I know a lot of people, and I've just great work ethic, so
so would you recommend your lifestyle to a young fella thinking about fishing?
oh man, so I've jumped on a lot of different boats, and I go back to that unloading firm I was talking about, and
Yeah.
I see all the young guys doing what I used to do, and I tell them, mate, get on a boat, stop doing what you're doing now, get on a boat, you'll never regret it, you'll love it. I've actually got one guy that listened to me, and he's on the Tasman Viking, and he's deck boss now within 6 months.
Gosh.
So, and he's at 20.
Yeah.
I'm 28, and he's going to be making the same amount of money I was when I was 24.
28, and you've seen a big hunk of the world already.
Oh yeah, South America, almost Antarctica. I went to South Georgia, if you know where that place is, Sir Ernest Shackleton.
Right.
He was the first one to take that boat to Antarctica. I think that in 1914.
Getting down into man's country down there.
Oh, it's like one of the remotest places in the world.
Yeah.
Only like 2% of the world will ever go there. It's pretty much the only way you'll ever get to see some of those places in the world is fishing. So, yeah.
Well, there we go, coasters. Here's hey, that was fascinating. I absolutely
Oh
loved
man,
it.
I've got stories for days, but it's fishing is a great, fishing will, obviously bring the stories out, and the things you can tell people, they just get amazed, like you tell people you've been here, you've been there, and they go, how, why?
Yeah,
It's
just-
like fishing.
Just what I was thinking. Hey,
Fishing.
thanks for your time. I really appreciate
No,
it.
no problem, mate.
And good luck with the boat transfer. That sounds
I'm looking
a
forward
corporate
to it,
jet, mate. Oh, that's awesome.
mate. I know. There's going to be like how many seats, and
Oh.
then I'll be able to stretch my legs out. I'll hopefully get first class this time.
Oh, gotcha. You'll be able to snap your fingers and say, "Bring us a beer, boys." We'll catch you.
Hopefully.
We'll catch you later.
Sweet, mate. Cheers.